Batman versus the League of Assassins. The League of Assassins has chosen its next victim, the Caped Crusader himself. Womp. Boff. The League of Assassins has developed the martial arts into a deadly science. Too close for comfort, their hands are deadly weapons. Chop. I know a way to change that. Hostess Twinkies cakes. Let me get my hands on them. I love that cream filling. Give me that golden sponge cake. The situation is well in hand. Now that the League of Assassins is all wrapped up, I can head home. You get a big delight in every bite of Hostess Twinkies cakes. G'day, sex criminals.
How are you doing?
I'm alright.
Well, I was talking to them.
I know, but they can't talk back, so I'm talking for them.
I think they have their own individual voices.
Nah, the sheep.
What a great way to start off.
Yep.
Insult everyone.
Just most people.
Or most people.
Some won't get the joke.
Some of them will get the joke.
Won't get the joke.
You insulted them all, you called them sheep.
But some of them won't feel insulted.
I suppose not. To those few who aren't insulted and are still here, thank you.
You're the good ones.
Yeah.
So Supergirl.
Yeah, the flying cousin of Superman who can also fly. I don't know why it's specified about the flying.
Her name is Fly Girl with the power to fly. With the power to girl. With the
flower power to girl.
With the power to flower.
So again, it's talking about a poster, really, in a way.
We start off these every single time. Let's talk about a costume.
Yeah, that's our thing.
How do you say her name?
How do you say her name? What is her name?
Melissa Ben.
Oh, her second name.
Yeah.
How
the fuck do you say that?
Let me look her up.
Melissa Benoist? Benoist?
Benoist?
Melissa Celloist? Supergirl. It's all Supergirl. Looks alright.
I feel like you're happier about this than the Superman costume. Because it's got more colours on it than just blue.
Yeah, it's got the yellow belt. That's about it. It's got the red skirt that breaks up the colour a bit.
Yeah.
But now, like with the massively red boots, I feel like because there's no blue on the legs, I feel like there's too much red.
Why is she wearing shin pads?
She's not. They're just stylized like knee-high boots.
They look like shin pads.
Because she plays football a lot.
Oh.
Or soccer.
There's a little bit of yellow in the S logo.
And I can't hold my finger on it, but I really like it. And also, it's like different, but it's the same.
It's nice because it's simplistic.
Yeah, it's like I like how simple it is. There's no like unnecessary lines or grooves or whatever.
Yeah, and
like Man of Steel costume, there's all those fucking weird designs and shit.
It's not like a massive blob of yellow.
It's just more like I like the original Superman Shield.
I do like this
with the red and yellow. It's a nice bright color palette with the blue.
Yeah.
But with this, if they just got rid of the yellow entirely inside it and just made it red and blue on the inside, I would have been not as happy as I am with it being like a yellow lining, I guess.
Yeah, I do like this one though quite a bit
because that keeps the color, but makes it different in a way.
Yeah.
Also, the bottom of the F is serifed in a different way.
I mean, from what I've seen of Supergirl, she looks like the part.
Yeah. She's in Glee. She's in Whiplash. So I'm not sure how the Supergirl those roles are, but.
Why is DC picking up people from Glee?
Because they're amassing a DC musical.
That would be incredible.
I would love it, but enough of that later. I like the S. I like the yellow belt. The leggings. I like the leggings because now she's not flashing everyone every time she flies.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is the tights a normal thing?
No, she's normally just got bare legs and boots.
Well, she was a bit of a cheeky lady, wasn't
Oh,
she?
cheeky. Oh.
Hi. But yeah, I like this. Do we know anything about the actual show yet?
Jimmy Olsen's black. He's a handsome black man.
Yeah.
Uh,
Jimmy Olsen's black.
yep.
Breaking news for you there, people.
Oh, it happened like a month ago. 2
Okay.
months ago, something like that. Well, when's this being uploaded? 3 years ago.
Yes.
Welcome to the world of tomorrow.
We bring you sweets.
Jurassic Park. Dun, 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 dun.
That would be
The fuck was that?
amazing. What do you mean? What?
There was like a bright flash of light outside my window.
Oh, that's
I think the train tracks might have been arcing. They do that every so often.
That would get annoying.
It's fucking scary when it happens. Because I'm waiting for a train. Oh no, it's Jamie Foxx. He's going to fight Spider-Man.
We kind of got a little sidetracked, haven't we?
Yeah. Anyway, Supergirl.
Supergirl.
As far as it's Superman, keep doing that. I should really think about what I'm going to say before I say it. I don't like silences.
Neither do I. Very annoying.
As far as Superman's in it, as far as I know.
Do we know who Superman is?
Well, they're only casting body doubles at the minute.
Okay.
Like, they're just looking for like a well built fucking brick shit house.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I think the brief of the casting sheet was like, oh, we're going to film from the back and side and stuff.
Yeah.
So he's in it.
Yeah.
And there's a chance. I'm saying will, but there's a chance that it might be crossed over with Flash and Arrow.
That I think would be very interesting.
So they'll have their own little Justice League.
Yeah. Justice League before
Welcome
Justice League.
to Justice League. Dun, 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 dun.
That could have made a very cool, interesting movie.
Just Alfred. He's bringing like Shazam into the Watchtower. It's like a massive thing. It's like the all statues of the Justice League together. It's like, welcome to Justice League.
We have too many ideas for our own good.
Or maybe brings Robin to the Batcave, and that big robot dinosaur's in there.
Big robot dinosaur?
Like in the cartoon stuff, there's always like a big robot dinosaur in the background of the Batcave.
Yeah.
So like he goes and goes, welcome to the Batcave, and it shows the dinosaur. Dun, dun. Anyway, Supergirl.
Yes.
I haven't got ADD, I promise.
But we haven't tested that yet.
Well, wait, they have.
Have they?
Yeah, because I'm a twin. I had me and my brother had a brain scan, like 10 or something,
Yeah.
and we're fine. Allegedly.
Thanks for telling me.
Well, you should know.
You didn't tell me.
You are my hetero life partner.
I'm not a wizard, okay?
I'm telling you now. Fuck's sake.
Okay, you're telling me now, but you didn't tell me before.
I didn't know you when I was 10.
You knew me before now.
Sorry,
Supergirl.
Dad.
Supergirl.
Yeah. So she might be crossed over into Flash and Arrow. I always said that if she, I want like in this. There's a scene in my head where it was crossed over and like her and the Team Arrow and Flash meet first time, and like the Flash is there with Ray Palmer and that with Brandon Routh. Ray Palmer sort of looks up and she goes, "Don't I know you? You look a bit like my cousin." Like, oh yeah, I've just had one of those faces. I was like, ah.
That would be your perfect moment in television, wouldn't it?
It'd be great. Because then we'd bring the whole Brandon Routh Superman thing full circle.
Do you think they might do sort of an arc where Arrow and Flash see her as a threat?
Why?
Do I really need to explain why? She's
But-
fucking Supergirl.
But the Flash can time travel. That's much more dangerous.
He can't try time travel yet.
But by the time she gets into it, which will be at the earliest next season,
Yeah.
he will be able to.
What if Flash starts going really slow? Like, not him personally, because he's the fucking Flash, but
Well, Flash was really slow. He's not the fucking Flash then, is it?
but like the show itself.
Why would it?
I don't know. So they can make my idea real. So I can
So I can
laugh
make
at you.
right you wrong there.
I mean, it is very interesting.
I mean, like, I understand, but I just don't see why they would. Because by the time they introduced him to Flash Narrative, he would already been like established as a symbol.
Yeah.
I like to show them the way. Dun, dun.
I mean, I'm quite interested in it. I don't know as much about it as you do.
I know fuck all about Supergirl as a property, but
I don't know anything about the TV show that's being made.
well, like
I don't know why I did.
it's just from memory, and I might be wrong. I might be incredibly wrong.
Like you are about those things.
Yep. She's going to be working for like a what's the fucking name? Iris West.
Yeah.
She works for the newspaper thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she might be like that, or she works for like a sort of online news outlet or something, like a magazine or something like that.
Okay.
Jimmy Olsen's a photographer, it, but instead of being a nerdy ginger kid, he's a handsome black man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to make of this information.
Could be good. We'll find out this. We'll find out this autumn. But
So it's coming out this autumn.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, I did make the point that the woman playing her,
Melissa Benoist,
Benoist,
Supergirl.
yeah, looks a little old. But I made that point because of the lines.
Group like the lines like next to her nose and stuff.
Yeah. But I mean, if you ignore those lines, then she looks really young.
Well, I think that might just be the lighting because she's in Whiplash and she looks fine there. She's in Glee and she looks fine there. So
Yeah.
I say fine. I'd fuck her.
Okay. I don't know what else to add to that, really.
It's all just fine.
It's all just
Fine. Yeah. Now, from DC TVs
Stop saying that.
to Marvel movies.
To the moving pictures.
Avengers DOS.
What?
Age of Voltron.
Avengers DOS? Oh, Spanish for two. Okay, I get you.
Keep up.
It's very difficult.
This is 2015. We're international now.
Oh, yeah. Because we're viewed in India.
It's full of Spaniards.
Those who didn't know, it's a very troubling time they're being invaded.
What? It's like War of the Worlds.
Yeah, but
A spacecraft has landed in the field. It's a conquistador. How was he dressed? I wasn't expecting sort of Spanish Inquisition.
for fuck's sake.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Oh,
Just imagine if Monty Python attacked India.
I think they'd lose because like all 80 odd now.
Yeah. Some of them are,
And like two of them are dead.
yeah. That was the point I was about to make.
Anyway, Avengers 2.
Avengers 2.
Avengers 2 Age of Voltron.
Trailer 3.
Trailer 3, the final trailer.
Yeah.
It's out in a month, 2 months?
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. It's good. Let's move on.
Very good review. Let's go.
This is actually a really good trailer.
Yeah, I adored this trailer. This trailer, because I'll be honest with you right now, I wasn't majorly excited for the film to start off with.
Same.
But after seeing this trailer, it was just Wow.
Yeah, it looks really fucking cool.
Yeah. I mean, you got your first little look at Vision at the end.
For most people who no one will know,
Yeah.
they'll see them like, who the fuck is that?
You get to see Scarlet Witch being a wizard.
Yep. Get to see Quicksilver.
Doesn't he punch Captain America in the face?
Yep.
In super slow-mo.
On super speed one.
Ooh.
But to be fair, if you even if it was Captain America, if you went Quicksilver speed, full speed, and punched him in the face, his head would fly off.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how patriotic he is.
But I love this trailer. I can't praise it enough. Because the first one sort of just introduced us to what's sort of going on. And then the second one was sort of the first one, just with a couple of extra bits added in. And then this one was completely different.
Yeah.
I'm really loving, I don't know why, but I just adore the voiceovers by Ultron.
James Spader.
Yeah, I love those. Just adds a new sort of tone to the film.
Yeah. It's like talking about strings and hope and shit.
Yeah. But this actually made me excited for the movie. I watched it like 3 times in a row.
Well, it's just like the Hulk bits as well, with like punching the Hulkbuster up the fucking building.
Yeah. It may have even got to the point where it nearly gave me goosebumps.
Oh.
It was
Oh.
that good.
Yeah, Ultron looks super fucking cool.
Yeah.
He's like fighting Captain America on the van.
I like the look of his like little clone army.
What is yeah? Oh yeah, is Ultron bots whatever. I just forgot what they were for a second.
Yeah, because he's like standing on top of a car or something. They're all running around him.
Yeah.
I just really want to see this movie now.
Yeah. Is it like same as you? I wasn't really. I was looking forward to it, but I wasn't really like excited.
Yeah.
But now I'm hyped to shit.
Yeah. I can't wait another month or month and a half.
Yeah, this looks pretty good.
It's very difficult to sort of convey how good it is through words.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that.
That was quick.
You finished drinking now?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Now from Marvel movies
Back
to DC TVs.
We keep jumping, don't we?
We're jumping around. Like what's the fuck's that band called?
Jumping around.
No, they sang that.
Who sang that? Oh, I have that song.
Yeah, who did it?
House of Pain.
Was it?
Yeah, I think so.
That doesn't sound familiar. Jump around. Jump around. Jump up, and get down. Oh, it's House of Pain, never mind.
There we go. Wasn't lying.
I didn't say you were lying, I said I didn't recognise the name.
But this time I'll talk about DC TVs. Won't be the same as it was last time.
What do you mean? You mean like just now?
What?
You mean just now when we talked Supergirl, or like last time?
In last time, in the last podcast.
Previously. At Stately Wayne Manor.
This time we're going to be talking about what we want to see coming out of upcoming episodes.
Yeah, what we want to see, what stories we want to tell, what like maybe little things we want to happen in the show and stuff.
Now, I wrote some notes for this.
As did I.
Because we're only we're only talking about Arrow, Flash, and Gotham, aren't we? I mean, you can talk about Constantine because I'm still.
Well, quality on Constantine is that I wanted to have a season 2. That's really it.
Yeah. I think I'd agree once I get to the end of the series.
So which show shall we start with?
Let's start with Gotham.
Gotham. Detective Flush Gordon and Gothman.
That's a very different TV show.
Yeah, what do you want to see in Gotham?
Okay, this is the literal note that I wrote down for it.
Okay.
Start being as good as Flash and Arrow, and their characters all sort of come together.
You see, well, what I wrote in all caps, so I have to shout it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Richard goes, less Barbara.
Yes, I'll add to that as well.
I'm not finished.
Okay.
Just less Barbara. Kill Barbara. Kill Barbara with a chainsaw. I want Barbara to go the same way as Dexter's mum. Killed with a chainsaw in a shipping container.
Oh, wow.
I've been established before, I really fucking hate her.
As do I. But I think that might be a step too far.
She has a miscarriage and dies in a car fire.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, they beat that.
I mean, yeah, I agree. I don't want Barbara there anymore.
Well, apparently Fish Mooney's not coming back for the second season.
I didn't realise that was Will Smith's wife.
Did you not?
No.
A lot of people didn't. I didn't realise it's like episode 5 or something.
I didn't realise until I looked it up like a couple of days ago.
I was looking at the the episode starts says starring and it goes like and Jada Pinkett Smith. I was like, oh
Yeah, I saw her name, and I
that's
was
next to Will Smith. I was, who is she in this? I saw watch the episode. Like I was, she wasn't in there, was she? I looked. Oh, she's Fish Mooney.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I when I saw that for the first time that she's.
How does she look older than Will Smith?
I know. I mean, I looked at it. I was like, Will.
Not that she looks like she's fucking 80, but
I was like, Will, bro, you got to sort your woman out.
with a brick.
Yeah. With a nail in it.
Well, see, when she's got long hair, she looks totally different.
Yeah. It's really strange. But yeah, I didn't know that until a couple of days ago. But yeah, basically, I just wanted to start being as good as Flash and Arrow.
Yeah. I want to see more Balfred, because I've written Balfred as an abbreviation of my notes. I want to see more Bruce and Alfred centered episodes.
They're Balfred from now on.
Alfred.
That sounds like it could be its own separate superhero.
Just make a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see more episodes centered on them.
Yeah.
Because the little moments we're getting amazing.
Yeah, I love their little moments together.
As we've said, but I want like an episode where they, I don't know, they fight crime. Where Bruce becomes Batman and Alfred becomes Robin. Fight crime.
Why does Alfred have to be Robin?
They take down a cocaine business.
And they have a fight with Walter White.
No, he does meth, you fucking mom.
It's still bad either way.
Anyway, because the thing is, of course Bruce is Batman. He's fucking Batman's Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, but he's still a kid, so why not why not let Alfred have his moment of glory and make him Batman? One episode for one episode.
Because he's Alfred Pennyworth.
Yes, Alfred could pull it off.
Pull me off. He could make the phone book sound threatening.
Yes, he could.
What else? What else we see at Gotham? I see more. We see more bollocks.
Yeah.
Harvey Bollocks. I want to see more of him. Yeah.
Yeah. They seem to be sort of phasing him out a bit, don't they?
I want to see more Bruce hugging Jim Gordon, because that just shits me up.
Oh my god.
Have you seen the what is it? The one before the season break? Yeah.
What one after the Red Hood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
can't remember what happens there.
Alfred gets stabbed.
Oh, I honestly, I nearly cried because I thought he was going to die.
So did I. I was like, you gotta go, Alfred. You gotta get Alfred.
It's like, even though I know Alfred is there when Batman's older, I was like, no, you can't
Well,
die.
the same thing happened in Arkham Origins because he dies in that.
Yeah,
I was like, oh no! And he's like, hang on, it's Alfred. He's in the other. He's Arkham City.
yeah.
This is a prequel.
It was just
Why
so,
does Alfred look Asian in Arkham Origins?
I don't know. It's really strange. I feel he looks like he's different ethnicities in every one of those games.
Yeah, because in Arkham City he just looks like Michael Caine.
Yeah.
Well, I say he looks like Michael. He looks like a Michael Caine, sort of like analog.
In one of them, he looks like he's, in a way, got AIDS.
What?
He looks. I don't know if I'm remembering.
Which game is this?
I don't know which one it is, but he looks really skinny and sort of like he's gonna break if the wind hits him.
I don't. You don't see him in Arkham City.
I don't know which game it was.
You don't see him in Arkham City. Arkham Origins. So it's got to be Arkham. Well, you don't see him in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. So he's got to be Arkham Origins.
One of those,
Or the Asian one.
maybe,
Is he an Asian AIDS man?
possibly.
Is he AIDSan?
I suppose that's a possibility.
Anyway, let's move on from AIDS.
Yeah.
I wish some people could say that.
Which one next?
Flash.
Flash.
Well, Flash now together because it's the same universe. So
Okay. What note did you have for it?
Flashpoint,
Say it.
And more Brandon Routh.
Flashpoint and more Brandon Routh.
I forgot a point from Gotham.
What was that?
Jim Gordon has a mustache. I want that one. I want his mustache.
Yeah, that would be quite good. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Well, like things like earlier during Halloween, he dressed up as essentially Jim Gordon with a mustache and glasses and stuff.
Yeah.
But he said, "No, I'm the guy from Up." But the guy from Up doesn't have a fucking mustache.
Doesn't he before he gets old?
No, he doesn't have a mustache at all.
Huh. For some reason I can't picture him without a moustache now.
Oh well. Anyway, back to Flower.
Flaro.
Flower Flash now.
Are we just making abbreviations for everything now?
I am.
It's our job.
Yeah, I want to see Flashpoint.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be.
What I want happen is like this season, I want Barry to go back in time and stop his mum's death.
Yeah.
He comes back and everything's fucked up.
Maybe that's what they're working towards.
Like yeah, and I want it to affect Arrow as well. So like he comes back and maybe I don't know, maybe 5 episodes, maybe 6 episodes.
Yeah.
He comes back and everything's different.
Yeah.
Joe's dead. Eddie's in a wheelchair. Iris has only got 1 eye and 3 teeth.
And is it Hillbilly?
No, she's not hillbilly. She can't be. She's black. What else? Well, hillbillies are racist, aren't they? So,
Yeah, I suppose.
what else? I want Oliver to be. I want Oliver to have died on the island, and his dad to become Arrow instead.
Okay.
I take that back. That's a dumb idea. I want it to be so instead of Oliver going on the island, Tommy went on the island.
Okay.
He's the Arrow now.
Okay.
And Oliver died in that fucking building fall or whatever.
Okay.
So now you've got this weird sort of Darth Vader thing where Tommy's fighting the evil Barrowman who is his father, also the Dark Archer, which was actually going to be the twist of season 1 originally. They were originally going to make Arkham Merlin Oliver's father, but they felt that was too Star Wars.
Yeah.
What else? I want more Brandon Routh.
We know that one.
Brandon Routh is just, I want Brandon Routh with every bite.
Why?
Because Brandon Routh is amazing. How can you not like Brandon Routh?
I don't know. I'm still just really baffled from how much you want I can agree with the Flashpoint thing, but then you went into a lot of detail.
You've seen his chest.
And that amount of detail made my eye start to twitch. It's not funny, it doesn't feel right.
Just like you phrased it.
Yeah, I can agree with
Your Brandon Routh talk is giving me glaucoma.
I can agree with having a Flashpoint, that'd be very interesting. But then, if you look at what they've got now, they could be heading towards a Flashpoint.
Yeah.
So obviously they've worked out that...
I want fucking... What's his name? Harrison Wells.
Yes.
I want Harrison Wells and Barry to, like, bond like father and son and fight. It's like and then it's like a big speech.
Okay.
And then like maybe create maybe like if it gets to that point in the show and Harrison Wells lasts that long, it gets like the crisis like 2024, like the 2024 era of the show where the Flash disappears.
Yeah.
And it's like, and that's like alluded to the Crisis on Infinite Earths where Barry saved the Earth by running really fast. And then like died, he goes into Speed Force and turns to the lightning bolt, which gave him his powers originally. And but when I get to that point, I want to that flash point. I want it to I've got cold. I want Harrison Wells to sacrifice, like he'd have a big speech, and he's going to sacrifice himself for Barry, so the world can have the Flash. And then when Barry's like, "Why are you going to save me? Well, I thought you were going to kill me." And then Harrison Wells goes, "I didn't plan. Becoming friends with you wasn't part of the plan." And he like does the super speed crisis thing, and it's all very and like Barry's like, "No," and then it's all very sad, and it's big. Everyone has a big cry, and then like it cuts back to Harrison Wells' house, or Star Labs in his Flash cave or whatever, and sort of panning around the room, and it's all like somber and stuff. And then it like comes across the photo that they took together, where it's the Flash, Cisco, Caitlin, and Harrison Wells.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like they're and take any photo of the photo of them. It's all very like sentimental and tragic and shit. Cut to credits.
Okay, I'm gonna apologize now that I didn't say very much. I've just become very sort of concerned about your mental health and stability right now. You want so much.
I didn't think of that on the fucking spot.
I gathered that, but you want so much.
I want this to be like a fucking season arc. That's a season I want. I want that to be like the last half of the season or something.
You're saying you want so much.
It'd be so fucking good. Everyone would cry.
Can I talk about my notes for these two
Not
shows?
yet. And I want Barry to have like a better costume. I want him to have the yellow emblem. And I want to...
You already made that point clear.
I don't give a fuck and say it again. I'm trying to postpone you talking. What else do I want? I want Arrow. I want Arrow to have... I want his to change his name to the Green Arrow, because it's fucking annoying me now. I want Quentin Lance to like do that thing like Commissioner Gordon thing. Where it's like he basically tells Arrow he knows that he's the Arrow, but like he doesn't tell anyone else or whatever. I guess he's already done that. Where he's like, I don't care who he is, because once I know who he is, he becomes a person with a life and a family.
Can I talk yet?
Not yet.
Why can't I talk?
Because I'm thinking of I also want Barry Allen's dad to get out of fucking prison already. That's really annoying me as well.
You've got some issues we need to talk about, but that's not right now.
Oh, go on.
No.
I'll talk about it now.
No.
No, let's talk.
How are you doing?
Alright, you?
I'm okay.
Anyway, what would you want to come out the Flash Arrow?
Literally, compared to what you've just gone through, mine's nothing.
How long has it been? It's been about 3 hours.
For Arrow, I just want there to be like a new major enemy. Because from watching the most recent Arrow episode, it seems like Ra's al Ghul isn't really an enemy at the moment.
He's a frenemy.
Yeah. If they go back to fucking Barrowman being the enemy, then oh, gross.
I want you to be the next Ra's al Ghul.
That'd be gross.
What?
If they use Barrowman again as the main enemy,
So how would that be gross?
it just feels gross. It makes me cringe thinking about
Tell
it.
you what was gross.
What?
Fucking Thea lusting after Tommy and then finding out that they were brother and sister.
Yeah, that was weird. Similarity to Dexter there. Just not very similar.
Not at all the same situation.
Oh.
Because they knew their brother and sister and she developed feelings over time and she didn't realise she had feelings. She should have
then-
realized.
That's what I want from Arrow, a new major enemy.
A whole new dude.
Probably up to the level of the Australian.
Slade.
That's his name.
Slade.
And then what I
Well,
want
like,
from
there's two Australians. There's I know of. There's Slade and there's Ra's al Ghul.
the first Australian.
Deathstroke. Billy Wintergreen.
And then what I want from Flash is Grodd.
Well, we're getting it.
This is literally what I've written down. Grodd bitch slapping Barry, but Barry wins.
What?
That's what I want.
I came up with a thematic fucking story ending thing, and you came up with Grodd slaps Barry, the end.
But Barry wins.
But
I'm
why
very
is
proud of my idea. Don't step on it.
stepping all over that shit?
No,
Why did he bitch slap Barry?
because
Surely-
Grodd seems like the pimp that would bitch slap someone.
Surely Barry would pimp slap Grodd. Grodd,
Why?
because he's the baddie.
Would you walk up to a gorilla and bitch slap him?
Fuck it, would a gorilla slap a person?
Yes. I expect
Why?
they probably have already.
Would a talking psychic gorilla slap a person?
Not slap, bitch slap. Like proper backhand that shit.
Well, I can see that happen, actually.
Yeah. That's what I want.
But like Barry's like gonna run up and do his infinite mass punch thing for some reason. Don't know why he would. He's a gorilla. No, like he just sort of swats him out the way with his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Just like
Barry-
he phrased
but-
it was like,
But Barry wins.
how does he win? Does he run really fast?
Vogues.
He just squats.
Literally, those are the 2 points I had for those shows. And I feel really stupid for those points because of the amount you made. You could have made a short book about what you wrote.
Well, I didn't write anything.
You said you didn't continue.
Well, actually, I'll explain where I got that idea. I was talking to someone over the Reddit, or the Flash subreddit.
Yes.
And we were talking about the photo, and how that could come back to bite Barry in the arse. And it, like sort of stemmed from, maybe Eddie would find it or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe it could be used as like a sort of sentimental thematic thing.
Yeah.
That's how he came up with the. That's how I came up with the idea. Fucking becoming friends wasn't part of the plan, and then fucking I don't know. Bondage.
Like bondage.
Bonding, that's the word.
Oops.
Well, like in the promo of the next Flash episode, Harrison Wells is like, "You've taught me what it's like to have a son," or whatever.
Yeah.
And so people were thinking he's saying it to Cisco. I think he's saying it to Barry, because why would he say it to Cisco?
Because of their trumpet solo.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. I wonder how many people know about that.
Oh my god. I really want them to do another one of those.
They did 2, didn't they?
Yeah, did one for Grant Gustin's birthday and did one for Christmas. Maybe they'll do one for the end of the season.
What I find quite strange is, I mean, obviously, yeah, I only have 1 point for each Flash and Arrow. You had 1,000 points.
I know, I had 3 points. I had
You
Flash.
had 1,000.
No, listen, I had Flashpoint, that's one. I bought Brandon Ralph, that's 2. and then I had the whole fucking spiel with Harrison Wells and that. That's one point. It's just one very long point.
You said 1,000 words though, and yeah, we still both love the show equally.
Yeah.
Like the way you were talking about it seemed like you had a massive issue about the story, but we
No,
don't.
you don't. That's just like because I'm really like huge and like the theme of family and like sentimental thematic shit.
Nerd.
And everyone, well, I'm a writer. I'm a writer. Fuck you.
I know what I'm doing.
I know how story works, bitch. Vaguely.
But yeah, I mean, there's not a lot they can do to improve Flash and Arrow. It's Gotham that needs the main improvement.
Actually, I just thought of another point. I want less love triangles.
Yeah.
Because there's fucking like Iris, Barry, what is it? It's like Iris, Barry, and Linda Park.
And Eddie, in a way.
Oh yeah, Eddie, yeah. And then, well, until Ronnie came back, Caitlin a little bit.
Yeah.
Where like, fucking Barry goes on a date with Linda, and then Linda talks to Iris, and she's all like fucking passive aggressive about it.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, what a bitch!
Wasn't there a picture put up, maybe yesterday, of a scene from the newest episode? And it's the three of them at like a bowling alley or something?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's like the three of them at a bowling alley.
I did see a very, very spoilerific picture though. I won't say.
Eddie's there as well, so it's like all four. They've gone on a double date, and it looks like Iris.
Does it look super awkward?
It look well.
There's no one looking at each other.
Barry's standing in the middle.
Is Barry doing his glasses thing?
No, Iris and the other woman. They seem to be arguing, and then fucking Eddie's just sitting down watching.
Yeah. I saw a very, very spoilerific picture.
Would you rather tell me about it afterwards or now?
I'd rather not tell you about it at all.
Why?
Because it's a massive spoiler, and you'll hate what's happening here. Well, you know, if you really want me to tell you, I'll tell you. But
okay.
Well, we'll just beep this bit out.
Okay. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I like Eddie.
Yeah, he's not too bad.
He's not like he's a dick or anything.
Yeah, he's not really. Well,
he's perfectly serviceable.
He was a dick for a little while.
Not really.
But he made that whole thing to capture Flash.
Yeah, because he thought he was a menace because he beat the shit out of him.
Should we get back into it now then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do like a lot of my search of a Flash actually being an established superhero now.
Yeah.
It's like when he saves the couple from the car crash, he's like, "Thank you, Flash." He's like, "Yeah." But don't mention it. Like fucking Sylvester Stallone, he runs away.
But yeah, I mean, not much room for improvement for Flash or Arrow. Gotham, I agree with the whole Barbara stuff. But yeah. That kind of covers what we want, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How we move on.
Yep, so now from DC TVs
to underappreciated
movies.
TV shows.
Yeah. Silo.
You go first.
Superman Returns.
That was Brandon Routh, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay, this is going to be fun.
I really like Superman Returns.
I didn't have an issue with it. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I didn't really have an issue with it.
I've watched it like 14 times.
I don't have an issue with it. I mean, for our last topic, someone from that movie made it into a bit of the last topic, but that's for when we get there.
Did they?
For me, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think I've got the same person, yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, I didn't hate Superman Returns. It was a decent enough movie. It was kind of okay to look at. I mean, this is your choice.
Yeah.
You talk about it a little bit.
Well, I'm kind of tired, so I can't really put it into words like I did the fucking Harrison Wells thing because I haven't really like thought about it as hard as I should have.
Yeah.
I'd say if you want just like a longer sort of detailed, I don't know, I guess video essay about why I like Superman Returns as much as I do, go look for Steve Shives. Why is like just look on YouTube. Steve Shives Superman Returns. There's like a 2-part video on why it's really good.
Okay.
I'll link it in the thing or put it on the screen. Whatever.
One of those two.
Yeah. But I just really like it.
What I don't understand is why it got so much hate.
Well, it made a fuck ton of money.
Yeah. Which really confuses me because a movie can get loads of hate but still make lots of money.
Yeah.
Really weird.
Well, I saw Daredevil as well because that made loads of money. That made like $200 million.
Yeah. Quite like Daredevil.
Yeah. Well, a director's cut. Well, like Daredevil as it is a sort of mediocre movie.
Yeah.
The director's cut is actually like a pretty good movie.
What was the difference in the director's cut?
Just little scenes what changed around and stuff. Like there's a lot of scenes changed around, some delete stuff. There's some alternate scenes.
Yeah.
It's just like re-edited to be a better movie, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was like the directors, they didn't know what the producers like the studio did.
Yeah.
So if they already edited it and stuff, they got the studio got other people to re-edit it.
Oh.
As far as another filmmaker, like the director and stuff, didn't know.
Yeah.
So they like both out. So they went on thinking, oh yeah, we've made a pretty damn good Daredevil movie. Everyone's like, it was shit. I'm like, what? Well, because the studio went, oh, let's have that then.
That seems a bit dickish.
Yeah.
Bastards.
But yeah, the director's cast is pretty fucking good.
Yeah. I might try and pick it up then. I think I might have used to have it, but I don't anymore. I don't know what I did with it.
Yeah, I think I'm good on VHS.
Huh.
You can borrow my VHS copy.
Okay. I don't. Okay.
What
Who
else?
even uses VHS anymore?
Yes, so Superman Returns. Well, because Daredevil's also another film that.
Yeah.
Superman Returns. Yeah, it just feels like a pretty good Superman movie.
Yeah.
It's better than Superman 3 or 4.
Yeah.
There's a hair on my glasses. Yeah, so you got the theme, you got the Brandon Routh doing his Brandon Routh thing, you got all the throwbacks to the old movies.
Yeah.
Some say too much.
I expect you probably preferred the costume in that one as well.
No, I didn't like it.
You didn't?
No, the colours were too dark. The blue in it was alright. The cape was just like really like weird maroon colour.
I thought it was all a bit bright.
Nah.
From what I remember of the DVD cover.
I didn't like the S shield.
Okay.
It was like too. I don't know. It was like the Man of Steel shield. It's like it's stylized, but it's like stylized enough to where it's like a different sort of thing, but it still retains that Superman look.
Hmm.
With Superman Returns, I don't know. It's stylized, but in like a. I don't know. It's like it's stylized in a way that isn't stylized enough. So what's the point in changing it?
Yeah.
And it's too small as well. It's like it's like too big on his chest.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't really like. I'm not a massive fan of the costume in that.
Okay.
If the colours were a bit brighter, then I would have been okay with it. Oh, and of course the yellow S on the cape.
Yeah.
Well, it's
all there.
Superman Returns is going to be a sequel to Superman 2. And Superman 2 is the yellow S on his cape.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did it go?
Really new?
Did he get back from space? Did he get back from all those cosmic rays? And it was like, I don't like yellow. I don't like bright colours anymore. Never mind. I'm shitting on the movie. I really like the movie.
Yeah.
But Yeah, I think I've said all you can say about going over and over again. How really, actually, no, the bit where he catches the plane is pretty fucking cool.
I think that's my favourite part that I can remember of it.
Yeah,
Where he
uh,
just catches a plane.
yeah, it's pretty like when she sees the bloke across the window.
Yeah.
And he sees the music going dun dun.
Yeah, I like that bit.
Well, the guy who did the music for Superman Returns did the music for the X-Men movies.
Does he?
Yeah,
See, I don't keep an eye on like technical
John
workings.
Ottman.
John Ottman.
John Ottman.
Okay.
So he did the I think it was him that did the X-Men theme.
Yeah.
I think it's from X-Men 2. That song. Can't remember.
Huh. Should I say my one now?
Yeah, we'll take turns.
Okay. Mine is a movie that I'm not sure you would have heard of. It's called Warrior.
Is that Tom Hardy?
Yes.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
Basically, it's about Tom Hardy's character and his brother. I think something happened with Tom Hardy's character. I can't remember what, but his brother's a teacher, and he's not earning enough money. So basically, what he does is he gets sort of back into mixed martial arts fighting. And
Is it Tom Hardy and Channing Tatum?
no, it's not. Channing Tatum had another a movie that was similar. But
He was in Never Back Down. Something like that. Oh,
but-
Step Up.
Joel Edgerton
Oh yeah.
is those two, and basically Joel's character doesn't have enough money for his family, so he gets back into mixed martial arts, and Tom Hardy's character does the same thing.
All right.
And basically, it gets to the penultimate fight where they
Did they have to fight each other?
have to fight each other
Oh,
in the octagon on TV and everything, and their dad, because they're brothers, is managing Tom Hardy's character, and I think he's sort of split between the two. It's a very good film in my honest opinion.
I feel like from what I've heard, it's not that underappreciated. Like, a lot of people have mentioned it that really like it.
I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it.
So I'll have to check it out.
Most people I mention it to,
we'll have a movie night.
yeah. Most people I speak to about it have either heard of it but haven't seen it, or just haven't heard of it at all.
Oh, most people I know up here at least have either heard of it and heard it's really good, or seen it and think it's really good.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. So
I like it. I like it a lot.
I think it's on Netflix, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I've seen it on Netflix. Yeah.
So if you have Netflix and you want to watch it, go watch it.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I can say to do to get your own opinion on it.
Keep playing my guitar pick. Hang on. Put it in my drawer, so stop playing with it.
Okay.
So, are you done with your Warrior one? How many films do you have on your list? Or is it just
I only wrote that one down, but I might be able to come up with another one if you've got a second one.
Yeah, I've got a second one. I've got Green Lantern.
Yes.
While it might not be a underappreciated film, it's definitely not like the worst film ever.
Yeah.
It's watchable. I find it fun to watch.
Yeah.
I quite like it. I saw it twice in the cinema, for fuck's sake.
Because it's not a great movie, sort of visually.
Well,
and that scene.
I say it's not great. It's not great visually. Some bits quite good visually. Other
Yeah.
bits, like the mask, are quite shit.
It's like the part where he goes and saves those people at that like conference
Well, with the car.
with like the Hot Wheels thing.
Yeah. I quite like that.
To me, that looks shit, and I didn't like that part.
I was
to be
into
honest.
it. I was into it. I was like, yeah, fucking light construct, fucking racetrack, man. Yeah. And like his mate comes. his mate who played the like Doctor Samuelson, something like that, on Smallville. He's like Superman's doctor or whatever, Superman's physician.
Yeah.
And he's also in Man of Steel as like a military, like he's in, like when they're in the North Pole or whatever.
Yeah. He's
the guy on the computer that's like, holy shit, stuff's cracking.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in quite a lot of like DC stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays Green Lantern's mate, Green Lantern.
Okay.
And he's like, seriously, fucking car? And Green Lantern's like, I'm sorry, I made a racetrack in the car. I'll fucking nothing but my imagination and green light. I'm sorry I didn't impress you. that made me quite a lot. That made me laugh quite a lot.
Yeah.
What else? What else I like? I like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
He's a handsome man.
He wasn't like the problem with that film.
No.
It was the film itself.
It was the script mostly, I think.
Yeah. I mean, he could be a perfectly good Green Lantern.
Well, like a lot of people saying that, oh no, he wasn't. That's not how. That's not. I'm mixing my names. I'm trying to say Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
That's not Hal Jordan's character. He's more sort of Kyle Rayner.
Yeah.
But Hal Jordan's sort of like the more sort of bread and butter, plays it by the book, sort of stern.
Yeah.
Air quotes, boring character. Takes most things seriously.
Yeah.
And Kyle Rayner's the sort of jokey sort of one, like Ryan Reynolds is in the film.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But like, they've done that on with the Flash as well. No one's complaining.
Have they?
Because in the comics, Barry's that sort of, at least that's what, as far as I know. I'm not sure if it's the same in the 52, but like Barry's the sort of he's a bit boring. He's a bit serious. Doesn't make like strokes.
In the New 52, from what I've read so far, which is only into the second volume, he does seem quite serious.
Yeah,
I can't.
He's not like as jovial as he is in the show.
Yeah, I can't think off the top of my head in the New 52 where he's made like a joke.
Yeah. Does he say, "I'll be back in a flash" a lot?
No.
I'll be back in a jiffy.
Yeah, he does seem very serious in the New 52.
Yeah, and the show, he's sort of more like jokey. He's less serious. He's more like Wally West.
Yeah.
But because of the way they've done that, I prefer Barry Allen now for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I do like Wally West. It's like he was good in Young Justice. Have you watched Young Justice?
No.
It's really good.
Is it animated or?
It's animated, yeah.
Okay.
It's an animated series. There was only 2 seasons of it.
Yeah.
But it's really good. And it ends in a cliffhanger, but it's a very open cliffhanger.
I'll try looking it up then.
Yeah. It's quite a sad ending, actually.
Yeah, but then your definition of sad is very different to mine.
Sure. It's because I've got feelings.
I have feelings.
The fuck you do.
But
to be fair, I do cry a lot. I cried at the end of Spider-Man 3.
Why did you cry at the end of Spider-Man 3?
And then when Harry Osborn's dying.
Really?
Yeah, it's like Peter, I forgive you, and then Peter's like, oh, Harry, and he dies, and then we start crying.
Oh God.
I saw that in the cinema 3 times, and I cried every time.
That's just terrible.
I'm a big softie.
I know you are. But...
I'm a big soft, cuddly teddy bear.
Yeah.
I know. What were we talking about? Green Lantern.
Yes.
It was like because my favorite. Well, I'd say about Flash. My favorite Flash is Barry Allen.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy the Flash show partly for that reason.
Yeah.
But my favorite Green Lantern isn't any of like the popular Green Lanterns. It's not Hal Jordan or Kyle Rayner or John Stewart, the black one.
Yeah.
It's Alan Scott, the fucking old like 1940s one with the big purple cape and red jumper.
That sounds ridiculous.
It's pretty fucking ridiculous, but he's my favourite for some reason.
Does he fit your style?
Yeah, swagger.
You go out with capes and big jumpers all the time.
He's got like a loose fitting he's got like a loose fitting red jumper on with like a picture of an actual like Green Lantern on it, and then like sort of like tight trousers,
Yeah,
and then like a big purple cape with a very high collar.
yeah.
So he's not the most fashionable of superheroes, but I don't know. I just really like him for some reason. In the New 52, he's in Earth 2, and he doesn't have that fucking ridiculous outfit on. He's got a sort of standard looking sort of Green Lantern outfit. And I quite like him that as well.
Well,
I like the Green Lantern thing, like the ring.
yeah,
In that, instead of like an alien ring from another world, it's like a magic thing.
yeah.
And the magic like fucking deity or whatever, the being is just gonna give them his powers. Like, you need a totem to channel with which to channel your powers. And he chooses his wedding ring, his engagement ring.
Yeah.
Because he was on a train crash, and he was about to propose to his boyfriend.
Yeah.
And then the train crashed, and his boyfriend died.
Hmm.
And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna fucking honor my dead boyfriend's memory with the power of my wedding ring." And he puts it on; it becomes a Green Lantern ring.
I don't really know what to say.
It's pretty good. It's in volume 1 of the Earth 2 stuff.
Okay. I think it's on my list of comics to get.
And Jay Garrick's in that as well, which is also a Flash that I really like.
Yeah.
But instead of inhaling hard water, whatever the fuck that is,
I was about to ask what that was.
ice.
He's
he
space.
Ice. Hard water.
Yeah, okay.
He like Hermes or Mercury, whatever it's called. Oh, wait. Hermes? Yeah, Mercury. He like the god Hermes Mercury falls down to Earth.
Yeah.
And he's like dying. It's kind of like the actual Hal Jordan Green Lantern thing, where he finds a dying thing.
Yeah.
It's like, I'll give you my power, and then he goes on to fight crime. Like Mercury falls down to the ground, and it's like, oh, I'll give you my power of speed.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then so he gets his like cool fucking costume on, and he runs. And they're like, this Flash knows parkour, so he's doing super speed parkour.
When did we get back onto Flash?
Because we went from Green Lantern to Green Lantern Earth 2 to Flash Earth 2.
Okay.
And yeah, and this Jay Garrick, he isn't like an older man like in the comics. He's a young sort of like 20-year-old, and his life isn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Until Mercury comes to Flash. It's quite good.
I should give it a read.
Yeah, you should.
I shall.
So Green Lantern the movie.
Yeah.
It's just like a fun action movie. There's some nice humor in it.
I can see where they could have done better.
There's also the moment where he goes to see Carol Ferris.
Yeah.
Almost like Carol Danvers, but it's a different character. As a Marvel character. See Carol Ferris, who in the film, she's played by Blake Lively, who is Ryan Reynolds' wife in real life.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think they met I think they got together during that filming, however. They met on that set, I believe.
Yeah.
And they have a baby. But anyway, he meets her at her office house, whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, hello, with his like fucking superhero deep voice on.
Yeah.
It's like, hello, Miss Ferris. Okay. No, he says, how you doing, Carol? It's like, and she's like, the Green Lantern. Oh, look at his dick. And and she stops looking at his dick for like 10 seconds. He's like, Hal? He's like, no, who is Hal? It's like, it's you. You don't think I don't recognize? You think I don't recognize you because you're covering your cheekbones? He's like, oh, for fuck's sake, and the mask comes off. And they have a talk.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
It's not too bad.
Yeah, I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
Okay.
No, it's 7. So because I like it, I quite like it.
Okay.
So your turn now. Are you thought of another film?
Yeah.
So that was my last one.
I'll make this my last one then. Hangover 3.
Oh,
My reason is because Hangover 1 was so good,
yes, it was.
and then they brought out the second one, was basically a copy and paste of the first one.
Yeah.
And I was just sort of like, oh no, you had such a good thing going. Why have you shat all over it? And the third one, they did change the story. They didn't make it a copy and paste. It still had its funny moments, and I utterly enjoyed I think it was mid-credit scene, maybe post-credit scene, where Ed Helms turns up and he's got breasts.
What?
Did you not see that?
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the film.
Oh my god.
I started watching the film. I got to 20 minutes in and I just couldn't because it was so shit.
Basically, Melissa McCarthy, she's in the movie, and Zach Galifianakis, and what?
Zach Galifianakis. Zach Galifianakis.
It's another name I can't pronounce, okay?
It's not that hard to say. Fucking hell.
Galifianakis.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, I did it. Yeah, basically his character and Melissa McCarthy's character, they're both as weird and fucked up in the head as each other.
Of course.
And they basically fall in love at first sight.
Oh.
And they get married, and you get a mid or post-credit scene where it's a trashed hotel room, and everyone's there. There's a crashed motorbike in the room. There's a fire. There's a wild animal, I think maybe a peacock. And then Ed Helms comes out of the bathroom, and he's basically got breast implants.
Huh.
I love the Chinese dude. I can't remember his name.
It's Kim Jeong, I think, for that.
Yeah. I adore his character.
I can't stand him.
I find it so funny.
I was fed up with him halfway through Hangover 2.
You've got Hagrid in it, though.
Robbie Coltrane.
Yeah. No, not Robbie. No. The person who plays voices Sully in Monsters, Inc.
John Goodman.
Yes, you've got him.
Fucking Hagrid.
They're sort of the same build.
Fattest?
Stop trying to make me out to be a bad person, man.
You thought Robbie Coltrane was fucking John Goodman.
They're a similar build.
And
I got them mixed up.
Ben Affleck's a similar build to Henry Cavill, but that's oh yeah, he was Superman.
But he plays a bad guy so well.
Well, like what little I watched of Hangover 3, he was like the only thing I liked in it.
Yeah.
But even he wasn't enough to fucking make me watch the rest of that piece of shite.
He plays bad guy so well.
Yeah. Well, he's a bad guy in the movie. Like Mark Wahlberg, he's a bad guy in the Gambler, I think it's called. Well, Mark Wahlberg is a gambler.
But yeah, I really did quite like Hangover 3. I think I went to the cinema to watch it for my 19th birthday, maybe.
Oh.
I enjoyed it. I can understand why people wouldn't have. But I'd say if you haven't seen it, give it a chance, because it's not the same as the first two.
All we are saying is give these a chance.
Yes. But yeah, that's all I've really got to say about that. I quite liked it.
So now from underappreciated movies and TV to best/worst superhero movie casting for movies or TVs.
Who do you want to start?
I want you to start.
You want me to start?
Yeah. How many people do you have?
Currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
We're going to be here a while. I'll start off with one of my best casting choices, and this is not because I saw him as good for the role to start off with, but because he's made the role his. It's Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
That's one I forgot. Fuck, hang on. Or you could just say you could if you've got any on the same, we can just strike that from our respective lists.
Yeah, I mean Hugh Jackman. He was. I didn't think of him for the role. Well, to be fair, back at that point, I wasn't really into the comic book movie scene.
Back then, I didn't know who the fuck Wolverine. I didn't know movies were a thing. Because it came out 1999.
What, the first
X-Men movie? Yeah,
I think it was 2001, or maybe 2000.
I don't remember. I don't remember it. I don't remember. My memory wasn't around when it came out, so
I know it was very early this century.
my memory didn't kick in until 2002.
Yeah, but like I said, I didn't think of him for the role, but he's very much grown into the role and made it his. And
Yeah.
I can't think of anyone else to play it,
Well, yawn.
or anyone else who could play it to the ability that he does.
Yeah, I think the only other person I can think of that could maybe do it is Manu Bennett.
Yeah,
Or Deathstroke on Arrow. For those who don't know who that is. He's also a big Australian man. But yeah, and also since Birdman's come out, Hugh Jackman said that he's going to play Wolverine until he dies.
yeah, I did like him saying that.
Yeah, he's going to play Wolverine for basically as long as he can. Basically.
Yeah, it gave me a nice warm fuzzy feeling when I saw that he said that.
He's 46 now. He's got another good 10 years in him.
Yeah,
Of Wolverining.
and we're getting an X-Men movie like every 2 years now at the moment, aren't we?
Oh, he's got 10 years of being Wolverine. He's got the rest of his life to be old man Logan.
Yeah,
And get into sort of Liam Neeson, Harrison Ford sort of old man action hero sort of
yeah.
stuff.
Because aren't they starting filming for Wolverine's new movie at the beginning of next year?
I think so.
Yeah, Wolverine 3. It doesn't have a title yet.
No, it's called The Wolverine 2.
Is it?
Yeah.
I just saw it as Wolverine 3.
I think because they've erased X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, that I didn't like that.
No one did.
Okay, then, what was one of your favourite ones or worst ones?
Oh, well, I don't have any worse ones because I didn't have time to think of any. I was thinking of all these good ones.
Yeah.
I think I'll start. Well, let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Tango, pilot. Go. Eeny, meeny, miny. Christopher Reeve.
Christopher Reeve.
Superman. Da, 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 da. He was good.
He was the original Superman, wasn't he?
Well, depends how original you want to be.
Movie-wise.
Nope, that was Superman versus the Mole Men in like 1940 something.
Okay.
Can't quite remember who played them, but I know it was Superman versus the Mole Men.
But would you agree with me in that
He was like the first sort of definitive sort of like film version of Superman.
Would you say if you were to say Superman to someone, Christopher Reeve would be one of the first people that they think of?
Depends how old they are, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I was like a 6-year-old Superman. But, anyway, whoosh. Yeah, Chris Reeve. I feel like if you didn't have Chris Reeve in that role,
yeah,
the film wouldn't have been as good, as widely acclaimed, and therefore we wouldn't have superhero movies as they are today.
Yeah.
I feel like without Superman the movie, we wouldn't have it wouldn't have gotten that idea in people's heads that superhero movies can be good.
Yeah.
Also, it's like it's also what I hold up to the point of like Man of Steel is you can't have a serious Superman, you can't have a serious Superman movie that's also lighthearted, but you can because they had it fucking 40 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just it's so like just the message is so it's so hopeful and optimistic, and
yeah,
that's the movie of if the world if all fell and the world was just gonna vanish, there'll be no more movies.
Yeah.
and we only had time to watch one more movie with my family. Like if I like kids and wife and stuff, and I could only show my kids one movie, and then all movies would go. It'd be a Superman movie.
I can't answer that thing. I don't know. But yeah, I honestly, I completely forgot about Christopher Reeve.
Bryan Singer didn't. He dedicated Superman Returns to it.
Okay.
Okay. He was in Smallville, Christopher Reeve, as Dr. Virgil Swan or something.
I think I heard something about him being in there.
He was like, I think he was like a Kryptonian specialist or something.
Yeah.
And he's like got some Kryptonian language on the wall. It's like, Clark, I know you're Kryptonian. Clark's like, what the fuck's a Kryptonian? And he's like, somebody save me. I'm in love here and save me.
Should I say my next one now?
Yes, stop me from saying that. Singing this fucking awful theme song for that show. Oh.
My next one is Patrick Stewart as Professor X.
Forgot him as well.
How can you forget Patrick Stewart?
I wasn't really thinking about X-Men.
How did you forget about Patrick Stewart? Not specifically X-Men Patrick Stewart, just him in general.
Sorry, Dad.
Better be.
Oh.
I can't really think of... Again, I can't think of anyone else who could play this role and be as widely loved as Patrick Stewart is for this role.
Well, like, apparently, and this is just hearsay, I'm not sure if this is true story or not, but Patrick Stewart was taken into Fox.
Yeah.
So studios were like to talk about another part. And he saw like a X-Men comic book on the desk, on the person's desk. He looks at it and goes, he picks it up and goes, why am I on the cover?
See,
you cheeky old cunt.
That's so Patrick Stewart, though.
Which is basically just the Professor X version of what happened to Nick Fury.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson.
But
with less legal implications.
Yeah.
Because Sam Jackson saw, I think his kid, he's either buying comics for his kid or his kid bought a Comic Con.
Yeah. And
he saw the Ultimate Nick Fury on the cover of one of the comics.
Yeah.
He's like, motherfucker, that's my face. So he calls it Marvel. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah.
I think he called it Marvel and said, like, I'm not going to do anything about it now. But next time ask. But
yeah.
Now, but he's basically said, if you've got any movies going on with Nick Fury, I'm your man.
Yeah.
Marvel were like, yeah, thank fuck for that.
I heard that Marvel drew Nick Fury the way they did to
see that idea.
To get Sam Jackson involved.
Yeah. I was like, even on one of the, I think it's the Ultimates issues.
Yeah.
Like they're talking about who would they get to play them in the movie, and Nick Fury goes Samuel L. Jackson.
It's like the biggest.
It's not subtle.
The biggest. Sam Jackson is the person I've heard of most having things made.
I forgot him as well. Fuck.
Things being specifically made for him. Like Quentin Tarantino, he specifically wrote that role in Pulp Fiction for Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
But we're supposed to be talking about Patrick Stewart. I love Patrick Stewart.
Oh, so do I.
I don't see how anyone couldn't like him. He's incredible and amazing, and I want him to be my dad. Your turn.
End it. I wouldn't want to be my dad because I love my dad, but
yeah,
maybe friend. I want to be my friend.
An uncle.
A very good friend. Who next? Brandon Routh. He was a good Superman.
I feel like he's doing a better job as Atom.
Up and Adam. Simpsons reference, yeah. No, like he was actually a really good Superman, though.
Yeah.
He had the look. He had the presence on screen.
Yeah.
He could pull off both Clark Kent and Superman.
Yeah.
It's just fucking it just hit my shoulder. Oh yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. It was just really good in the role.
Yeah.
I'm really sad he didn't get to do another movie.
I think they could have probably rekindled their losses they made with the first one if they made a sequel.
Well, yeah,
They didn't,
because
they
it was
didn't.
Bryan Singer said that in Superman Returns sequel was going to be like the Wrath of Khan of Superman,
Yeah.
and that's like a really good analogy for those movies because, as everyone knows, not Superman, Starship the Motion Picture was a fucking boring ass long movie.
Yeah,
Star Trek 2,
I've heard
fucking amazing.
I've heard they were those
Jim.
things.
Jim, is the ship safe? Spark. So I just had a stroke. What's going on?
Hang on. In the last time we recorded a podcast, you had a go at me for saying stroke.
I didn't.
You did.
Did I?
Yeah, I said about.
I must have had a stroke then as well.
How Jason Momoa's name was like having a stroke.
It's because you're making fun of someone's name.
I wasn't.
You were?
I was saying it's difficult to say his name, and for me, it's equivalent of having a stroke.
But the way you phrased it before was like, his name's like having a stroke. Like, hang on.
Well, I've had a week to think about it.
Don't let him peek behind the curtain. We're doing this a month apart, you twat. Or thereabouts. Could be 2 weeks, could be a week, we don't know.
Yeah.
We're just recording these all at once and replacing them. Well, we'll have to release this like close enough.
Yeah.
The Supergirl picture, so maybe I don't know. Anyway.
Anywho.
Yeah, Brandon Routh. What's the one with stroke? Oh yeah, he's sort of like Wrath Khan of
Yeah.
So like, even though I like Superman Returns as much as I do, a lot of people said it was like quite a boring movie. So like if that film was the boring one and Superman Returns 2, Superman Returns again, was something like the Wrath Khan of Superman, that would have been a fucking good Superman movie.
Yeah.
I bet it would have even been better than Man of Steel. I love Man of Steel.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I do feel like he's doing a good job as Atom, though.
I'll say, yeah, Atom. Yeah, I really like. I quite like him as Atom.
Yeah.
He's like, whenever he's on screen, I light up. I light up like a Christmas tree,
You just
like a
Brandon
fairy.
Routh.
I do love Brandon Routh. He's great. What else?
I think one day.
No. He's quite a good sort of like Tony Stark analog in that show.
I think
He'd be quite a good Tony Stark.
I think one day we should go through all the people you love and why, like Brandon Routh and Grant Gustin.
I'll get to Grant Gustin in a minute.
Should I go again then?
No, I'm not done with Brandon Routh yet.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah, I think he'd be, because like the way he plays Atom in Arrow, he's sort of like a Tony Starkish type.
He is.
I feel like he'd be quite a good Tony Stark. But I mean, like, no, I don't mean like to replace Robert Downey. I mean, like if they started with him.
He doesn't seem like. I mean, if you started from scratch from him, yeah. But if he was,
I mean, like he's not sort of abrasive as Tony Stark is.
Yeah.
But like but I feel like he could do it if they started Brandon Routh. Imagine how many nerds of the shat their pants if that happened. He wasn't very good Super Returns. 2 years later, he's Iron Man now.
I mean, if they started off with him, then yeah, I could probably see him being quite a good Tony Stark. But if he was to take over the role now, I don't think it would work.
I think it would work because I'm biased.
Okay.
I've got Ralph tinted glasses on. What else? I think there's a little interesting tidbit about the Atom and Arrow.
Yeah.
He was originally meant to be Ted Kord, the Blue Beetle, who's sort of like he's like a Batman, but like a light-hearted, sort of like less serious Batman.
Yeah.
Like you can tell, you basically like Tony Stark, but if you're Batman,
Yeah.
sort of. Like they're originally going to use him, and he's going to Brandon Routh, and basically Brandon Routh in the show Atom,
Yeah.
Arrow even. The Atom in the show Arrow is
Wow,
based.
you're renaming the show.
I hope they make an Atom show. It'll be so good. It, he was because he's basically just Ted Cord in the show.
Yeah.
But they fucking hell. He was basically. He was basically Atom in the show.
Yeah.
No, I'll start again. I'm too tired. 5 hours sleep today. The Atom in Arrow is basically just Ted Cord. They originally wrote Brandon Routh as Ted Cord, but DC said no, you can't use Ted Cord, so they made him the Atom.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
Your turn.
I'm going to say this.
Before I shit myself and die.
I'm going to say this. Whoever is listening to this, show a bit of support for him. That seemed very difficult.
If you're able, please donate £2 a month.
And we can set him free and rehabilitate him. But on to my next one. I'll still stick with best. I'll leave my worst one until last. Heath Ledger is the Joker.
Oh, deleting my mind.
Um,
Heath Ledger as that bloke in 10 Things I Hate About You.
Heath Ledger as the Joker, for me, even at this point, was still my favourite performance of a character ever.
Ever?
I think so, yeah. There's probably some that are equal to that, but he was probably the first as that character.
What about Mr. Potato, Mark Hamill? Mark Hamill, if you're the one liking all our posts, I'm so sorry. It was based off the thing that fucker Pork said.
I did apologise, didn't I?
After I fucking chastised you for it. It was like, oh, he looks like a potato. He's like laughing. Like, don't say that.
He does.
He doesn't. He looks like Mark Hamill.
Is that a brand of potato?
Oh, fucking hell. You better not release chips anytime soon.
But Heath Ledger, his portrayal of the Joker actually made me fall in love with the Joker.
Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Mr. J.
And it was because of the Joker that I've now fallen in love with Harley Quinn. But
I don't like Harley Quinn.
Those were I think those were the first two villains I ever liked. Because
I'll just say quickly, I don't like Harley Quinn. Come at me, internet.
But usually in a movie, TV show, or comic book, you're fed the way round to not like the villain. But I think I feel like people are. Well, they're the villain. You're not supposed to side with the villain, are you?
Loki. Everyone likes Loki.
Yeah, but Heath Ledger came before Loki.
Did he?
Yes.
What's his face? Obadiah Stane.
That was around the same time, wasn't it?
It was the same year, but like earlier, I think.
I didn't like Obadiah Stane.
I liked him.
When I found out he was a villain, I didn't.
He was Jeff Bridges.
He was okay to start off with, and then he just progressively became a bigger dick.
That reminds me of I went to see Iron Man. It was like the age certificate on it.
Yeah.
It said strong. It was like violence themes and one use of strong language. So in the film, I went like, okay, what's the strong language? So I was watching it. So where's the strong language? And I finished the film. I was like, where was the strong? So I watched it again, like another day. Yeah. And then Obadiah Stane's like, You know, Tony, you're really starting to piss me off. And that was it.
Yeah.
He said piss.
Yeah.
Like, piss isn't a swear word. Fuck's a swear word.
Yeah.
Shit's a bit of a swear word.
Son of a bitch.
A proper swear word was cunt.
Yeah.
Or shit nugget. Get creative, Hollywood. Come on.
I think we've gone a bit off topic.
Anyway, Heath Ledger.
Yeah. His portrayal.
Brokeback Mountain. I really like that movie.
I quite enjoyed it. I thought it was going to be quite creeped out, but
I was like, I really like it. It's just the one that's like really violent, rapey kissing. What?
yeah.
Hang on. You get to see Anne Hathaway's tits. So.
I will say about Brokeback Mountain, I was kind of actually forced into watching that.
I was tricked by myself because I saw it on TV. It's like, oh, Brokeback Mountain. It's like because I remember like seeing posters and stuff around, so, and it was on TV. It's like, oh, the cowboy movie, cool. With Jake Gyllenhaal. I really like Jake Gyllenhaal. So Gyllenhaal was like, oh, so I'm watching it. Like, it's pretty good. And then they start kissing. Like, oh,
I've got a kind of amusing story to tell you about that.
go on then.
My nan, who was probably in her 60s at that point, she saw the trailers for it,
Oh yeah.
and she was like, "Oh, it's a cowboy film. I haven't seen a cowboy film come out in years. I'll get that and watch it." She didn't seem too impressed afterwards. She seemed more shocked than anything else.
Well, when I showed it to my dad as a joke, and he's like, "Oh yeah, Dad, you watch this cowboy movie with me?" He's like, "Yeah, cowboy, sure, right?" He's like, "It's got Heath Ledger. It's got like a Knight's Tale. You like Knight's Tale?" I was like, "Yeah, fucking a cowboy movie with Heath Ledger. That'd be great." So we start watching it. I'm just sort of like sitting there, like, "Oh yeah, it's gonna be fucking good." So I watched it, and then I'm sort of like, I'm not really watching the film. I'm looking for his
Yeah,
fucking expression,
yeah.
and then I'm watching it, and then like they start to get a bit touchy.
Hmm.
He's like, "Wait a minute." And then they go straight into anal sex. He's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And he's not a homophobe or anything. He's fine with gay people.
Yeah.
He's just like, he just doesn't want to see like fucking following like violent gay kissing and stuff on screen without like preparing himself for it.
I should have probably said the same thing for my nan. My nan's not a homophobe, everyone. She's a sweet old lady that acts like a Marine.
As a comedian once said, I'm not scared. I'm not homophobe. Like I'm not an arachnophobe. I'm not scared of gays. I'm not scared of spiders. But if I find one in my bath, I'm going to scream.
Yeah. I recognise that quote.
It's from Jack Whitehall.
Okay. But yeah, Heath Ledger as the Joker.
He's so good in that movie.
Because of his portrayal of the Joker, it made me start to sort of sympathise with the villains in movies.
Fucking
and
hell.
sort of being open to actually being a fan of villains.
It was love, actually.
Yes.
I just love the Joker's lines. Like the introduction to him, he walks into the meeting.
Hmm.
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear, and fucking slams through the table, hands on the table.
It's like this is how much Heath Ledger was into that role. You know the scene where he blows up the hospital
Yeah,
and he presses the button and
it doesn't work.
happens?
After it happened, he's like, "What's
Yeah.
going on?"
He stayed in character and pressed it again and it exploded. It was a fault or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
And
and when he jumps, he actually jumps.
yeah, that's how much into the role he was and how good he was in that role. I'm not saying he was a brilliant actor.
He was a brilliant actor.
I've heard he had some quite shit movies.
He has, but doesn't mean just because he's in shit movies doesn't make him a bad actor.
I heard that he could either be on or off in his quality of acting.
Well, like, the last film I saw him in was his last film before he died, which was the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus.
Yeah,
And
I quite like that.
huh?
I kind of like that movie.
I don't think I remember enough of it to remember if I liked it or not. But from what I remember, it was okay.
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield was in it.
Was he?
Yeah. He was like the male sidekick dude,
Oh, okay.
and he has his English accent on.
Cute.
What?
It's cool.
I think it's cute.
No, cute.
It's like, that's cute. What?
It's like,
Yeah, I know what you mean, but
yeah, okay.
so he's like,
It is quite cute as well.
oh, Heath Ledger. You know how he got in character, how he developed the character of Joker.
No.
He locked himself in like a hotel room for like weeks or something, and got a diary and just wrote down all his thoughts.
I want to read that.
So, what is manifesto? Let the girl go. Very poor choice of words, and he throws the fucking guy out, and then they both should have died, but they don't. So, don't start with the head; he gets all fuzzy.
Did you?
I think I might watch that again tomorrow.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
But there's one bit in the film that really fucking annoys me.
What's that?
At the very start of the bank job,
Yeah.
When fucking the Joker puts the gas grenade in William Fichtner's mouth.
Yeah.
And then he walks off, and William Fichtner's like, "Ooh, ooh." He's like, just take the grenade out of your mouth.
Yeah.
You're not tied up.
I didn't.
It's not like distracting you. Just take the grenade out of your mouth.
I didn't understand it either.
Yeah. It was a good opening scene. It's just that bit really fucking annoys me.
Yeah. Anyway, your turn.
So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catcher, tongue, either so, if he hollers, let go, eeny, meeny, miny, Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey.
As Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Mr. Luthor. He's really good in that movie, in Superhero Returns.
See, this might annoy you, but he's the one person I've got on my worst list.
Oh, what? In Superhero Returns? Or?
Yeah, as Lex Luthor.
Why? I'll say why I like him, because it's my turn. But...
Okay.
You say yours, and I'll think of why I like him.
It's not a good start if you have to think.
I'm better with counterpoints.
Okay. I don't like him. He didn't feel right for the role. He just didn't seem right as Lex Luthor. I don't know who else could have played it, but he didn't feel right. He felt like he was a too light-hearted Lex Luthor.
You mean like Gene Hackman from the 70s films?
I don't know.
Because if that is the case, then that's what he was doing, I guess. Well, I guess he wasn't really. I mean, he's doing something different with it. But like in House of Cards,
yeah,
he's basically playing Lex Luthor as Frank Underwood.
Yeah,
he's basically playing Lex Luthor with hair and a southern drawl. And he's just really good. I think he's really good as part. I would have really liked him to have been Lex Luthor in Man of Steel, but oh well.
I wasn't a fan.
I don't think we can be friends anymore.
You sure?
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, I thought he was really good for the role. He was menacing when he needed to be. He was funny when he needed to be. Okay. He looked good bald.
That is one upside. He did look good bald.
He did that. He had that sort of he had that sort of charm. But he wasn't like charming like Tony Stark. He was like if Tony Stark was a proper dickhead, like evil person. Like he's a he's a dick, but you can't help but like sort of like him on some capacity.
Yeah.
Only thing I didn't like him was when he goes, it's like Superman will know it. I didn't like that bit.
Yeah, I just wasn't a fan altogether.
God, he comes out of his fucking room, the yacht, with his brushing his teeth. He's like, Lord Larry. Anywho.
What?
Anywho.
Your
turn.
Okay, this is my last one.
Okay, well, I've got to you one. Is this your last best one, Neil?
This is my last one altogether.
Alright, so I've got 8 left.
I mean, you can just fly through them after this.
Yeah.
Ian McKellen as Magneto.
Oh, you want to go on Gandalf?
And that. Okay, last 2, but it's as a joint.
Yeah. Oh, you fucking crack addict.
What the fuck?
As a joint.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
For both of those roles, I can't think of anyone else to play them. Same as Patrick Stewart.
Sean Connery.
No.
He was originally up to play Gandalf.
That would have been terrible.
And the reason he turned it down is because he didn't understand the script.
Yeah, I heard about that. He didn't understand it all, and it confused him or something, so he turned it down.
Like, he turned down that, he turned down Morpheus in The Matrix, I think.
Yeah.
Because he didn't understand it. And so I think after Gandalf, when he saw how fucking amazing it was, he's like, okay, he decided not to like turn down scripts. He didn't understand them. You know where they got us? They got us the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Do you know what would have been really strange?
What?
If for The Matrix they got their first preference, which means they would have had Morpheus played by Sean Connery and Will Smith as Neo.
Yeah. But no, we'll still have to do Wild Wild West.
So they both sort of turned it down to do worse movies.
Yeah. Well, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was Sean Connery's last movie.
Yeah, I didn't mind that.
Last live action movie, at least.
I didn't mind it.
He did like an animated film. Like, he did like an indie animated film.
Yeah.
Like, maybe last year, 2 years ago. It was really bad. I didn't like The Extraordinary Gentleman.
I didn't mind it.
What? Why? Like, even now they have the car in it.
Yeah.
How does fucking know how to drive it so well if it's the only car ever?
Natural born racer.
Natural born racist.
What?
Also, how can it go so fast? It's
jet engine.
It's a steam powered car.
Jet engine.
No, there's no jet engine. There's a steam powered car.
Steam jet engine.
Oh, fuck off.
But yeah, Ian McKellen. I can basically make the exact same points I did for Patrick Stewart, but that would be a waste of my breath. So.
And my time.
Back to you.
Back to you in the studio. Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Time by time. If he honors, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny. Willem Dafoe. That rhymed. Willem Dafoe is the Green Goblin / Norman Osborn from Spider-Man 1.
Yeah.
And 2 and 3.
I was thinking that's where you were going to go.
What can I not say about Willem Dafoe? No, he's so good. That was like perfect casting. He looks like a goblin without the fucking mask on.
Oh, that's one thing that really confused me, because Willem Dafoe, to me, sounded a lot like the person who played the voice of the saber-toothed tiger in Ice Age.
Or Dennis Leary.
Mm.
What? I mean, the guy who played Gwen Stacy's dad in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of, sometimes maybe. I'll have to watch Ice Age again, which I'm not going to because I hate those films. But
or listen to his song "Arsehole."
Whose song "Arsehole"?
Dennis Leary.
Dennis Leary's a song called "Arsehole."
He did a song called "I'm an Arsehole."
Oh,
it's quite a good song.
Well, I'll make a note of that. I'm an arsehole. Right. He was so good. He was like.
I did like him as the Green Goblin.
Oh, see, that was a film you liked the villain of.
Yeah.
Before Heath Ledger. Oh.
Mm.
So you lied.
Well, I liked him. I loved Joker.
It was just so good in the part. He's basically just off the page. You can get the menacing, you can get the creepy, you can get the light-hearted stuff.
Yeah.
All he needed was those weird, sort of weird ginger cornrows or whatever he had in comics.
What?
Yeah, in the comics, they've got Harry the Osborn's got weird sideways cornrows.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it was had in the animated series in the 90s.
Bullshit.
Not bullshit.
Oh.
Just look up comic book Norman Osborn.
Okay.
But yeah, he was sort of when Spider-Man shows up, when he shows up the Bugle looking for Peter Parker, and Spider-Man and Peter Parker shows up Spider-Man, he's like, sleep, and he's on his hands and knees in his lounge, and he's talking to the mask.
Yeah.
It's like, we go for his heart, and he goes fucks it up, mate.
I really did like that scene.
Yeah.
Just talking to a mask.
Oh, I love that bit where they're at the Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
And he's like, holy shit, this guy's Spider-Man. And Tom McGuire's like, what the fuck are you looking at, dude? Why are you sharpening that knife so much? He's and then he has a fit and leaves.
Yeah.
And bad mouths Mary Jane. Harry Vaughn's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Mary Jane's like, great job defending me, you cunt. And he's like, how dare you? You should be honoured to be fucking insulted by a man such as him. And Armin's like, Harry Osborn. And he's getting a tiff. Then he goes to the house fire. And it's like, ma'am, are you okay? And he turns around and goes, ah!
I like that bit as well. First time I saw it, that kind of shut me up a little.
I did as well. Well, when it came out, I was 6. I was 6 when it came out. No. When did it come out? June 2002? 2001?
2001 or 2002.
2002. So I would have been 6. Shut me up. Well, when during the sort of first appearance as the Green Goblin, when he's at the parade with Macy Gray.
Yeah.
He shows up and the police go freeze. He goes, I surrender. And he punches all the shit in. He's just so good at the part.
He is.
I want Willem Dafoe to fight Tony Stark as Norman Osborn in I want Willem Dafoe to fight. I want Norman Osborn to fight Tony Stark as Willem Dafoe and Robert Downey Jr. in their own separate Iron Man armors.
Yeah,
so it'll be fucking amazing. So that's that one.
What would be next on your list?
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch your tiger by the top. If you wanna go. Eeny, meeny, miny. Val Kilmer as Batman.
Was that the ones with Robin?
It was the first one with Robin.
Okay.
The better one with Robin. Batman Forever. One with the Riddler in it.
Okay.
And Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah.
It's a really shit Two-Face. Yeah, that's actually my favourite Batman movie.
I remember liking it. I haven't watched it in years. I have to try and watch it again.
I watched it again 3 months ago. It's so good.
Yeah.
But he's Val Kilmer's a really, really good Batman.
Yeah.
/ Bruce Wayne. He looks like Bruce Wayne. He's got the sort of attitude and stuff. He can. I feel like if he was in a better Batman movie, he would have done the sort of dark stuff better. But yeah, he was just really good for the part. Out of the three, out of Michael Keaton, him, and George Clooney, Val Kilmer was probably the best.
Yeah.
Val Kilmer was just one of those actors that I love. So
I did like him as Batman. I don't remember liking the other two that you just said.
Yeah. I like Michael Keaton. George Clooney can suck a sack of dicks, but
wasn't George Clooney's one taken as a joke?
What do you mean?
It wasn't taken seriously. Because he'd just done a really big movie or something.
Don't know.
I can't remember.
Don't know what you're on about.
Talking shit.
Like always.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just think. I just think he got that sort of Bruce Wayne down. That sort of like sort of slightly heightened Bruce Wayne down.
Yeah.
I feel like if I'm trying to word this carefully. If Batman Begins were made 20 years ago, he would have been the Bruce Wayne I would have chosen.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So let's strike him off the list. He's really fat now.
Is he?
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I saw anything of him.
No, it's like there's like he was on in the interview with Conan O'Brien. He's quite big.
Huh.
There's always memes of like, remember not I was Batman. He's just a really fat dude. Right.
It's like I didn't realise that one of the people in one of the CSI shows was the guy who played Robin.
Do you mean NCIS?
Possibly.
NCIS Los Angeles.
Possibly.
Colin? No, it's not Colin, is it? Chris O'Donnell. That's it.
Yeah. With
I don't want a car. Chicks did the car. This is why Superman works alone.
Because it's like the woman in NCIS who's like in charge of it all. She reminds me of the No Capes woman out of The Incredibles.
I don't watch NCIS.
If you look up a picture of her, I think you'll get what I mean.
NCIS Los Angeles.
She reminds me so much of the No Capes woman from The Incredibles.
Boss.
Because she's really short as well.
Oh yeah. Fucking hell.
It's like a living version of the character.
I think she was the person I think she's one played her, two they were based her on.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's much of a coincidence there.
It's just really strange.
Just really strange if you don't know and they see it. It's fucking hell.
Yeah.
Spitting image. Anyway. Back to life. Back to reality.
I forget what we're talking about.
Best superhero casting now.
Yeah, I know that. It's just who you brought up. Or you're
I
just
brought
getting rid of Val Kilmer.
Val Kilmer, yeah. See. Eeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the tongue.
That one.
Hang on. I've lost my place now. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the tongue. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. It was the person you guessed anyway.
Person I guessed.
Yeah, but when you said now.
Oh, that's awesome. Who?
Adam West. As the Boot Man. He's such a good Batman. He's such a good sort of like he's such a good Silver Age Batman. Stop crying.
I'm not crying.
Stop crying.
I'm not crying.
Stop licking your wounds. I'll give you a reason to fucking cry in a minute. Yeah, he's just the way his performance in that show is so funny. He just gets it spot on the deliveries and stuff, and like he's like really subtle some stuff as well. Like when he's talking to Chief O'Hara, the Irish cop,
Yeah.
who knows because he's really dumb. He knows fuck all, and he's like Batman, we've got to go get the Mr. Freeze. And Batman's like, well, Chief, he just said really fucking. He just says something really sarcastic to him.
Yeah.
But like, it's not like overly sarcastic. It's sort of like got a hint of sarcasm that you wouldn't really notice unless you're looking for it. It's just. I'm doing that Bon Appetit fucking like movement. Like you kiss. Like I'm not sure what the movement's meant to be. Like as Louis C.K. says, it's like you're kissing someone's asshole and then it explodes. Strange. But yeah, he's so good he's so good in that show and so good in that movie.
Yeah.
It's like quick Robin, so the Batmobile. It's I love that. I think my favorite moment in all of that, at least Batman, is when the Riddler is trying to kill Robin, and he throws him off a building, and Batman throws his back grapple down.
Yeah.
Robin grabs it in his teeth.
What?
And he pulls him up by his teeth. It's like, gee, thanks, Batman. It's like, don't thank me, Robin. Thank dental hygiene. So good. Well, I might watch it again. I might watch some of that this week. I love that show.
I prefer Adam West as mayor of Family Guy.
I forgot he was Adam West. I forgot he was Adam West. I forgot he's a Family Guy.
Yeah.
What's a screaming match you want, eh? I'm beating you. She's like, Adam West, Adam West, Adam West, Adam West. I'm going to stay here till everyone leaves. I watched there's a documentary on Netflix about Adam West.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's it?
It's called Starring Adam West. It's quite good. It's quite informative.
What's it sort of based around?
Adam West.
Yeah, like his life or his
His
career.
His life and career and stuff.
Okay.
Like he has a little fun fact. He was asked to be James Bond in the 60s.
Yeah.
But I think he was asked to take up the Roger Moore position as a James Bond, but he was asked to do it instead of Roger Moore because I hadn't cast Roger Moore yet.
Yeah.
And he said no because he felt like James Bond should be played by a British person.
Oh, it was the same guy, same thing with the guy who was in Smoking the Bandit.
Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, he was offered the role, but he turned it down because he felt that James Bond should be a British actor.
Oh yeah. For some reason I thought, why was Adam West asked to be Smokey and Smoking the Bandit? I was really confused for a second there.
How many more have you got left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
See, eeny, meeny, miny, it's a tiger, he hollers, letting go. Eeny, meeny, miny, Andrew Garfield.
Okay, this one I could probably live
As Eduardo Saverin from The Social Network. I'm just kidding, Spider-Man. You right there?
Yeah.
He was a really good Spider-Man. I really liked him. He was so good in it. He had the right amount of like awkward, like nerdy sort of character. He had the right amount of cocky sort of wit. He had the right amount of darned handsome. He was like probably the best Spider-Man we could have had at that moment. But it's just a shame that the franchise is gone now. Yeah. He's the Brandon Routh of Spider-Man. He's great for the part, but he came into the franchise at the wrong time.
Yeah. I did like him as Spider-Man.
Yeah, there's that whole conversation we asked Gwen Stacy out with nothing but like a series of vague sounds.
Yeah.
It's like, well, we could, she's like, yeah, I like that.
But I did like him as Eduardo as well.
That's what I started reading.
Yeah.
It's like, what the shit is going on?
But, yeah, I agree with you. He was a good Spider-Man.
I got a lot of people saying, like, he's too confident. I'm like, all I can really think of where he's too confident, where he's, like, more than confident, is, like, after he gets spied back. The only time I can think of when he's... I'm running out of time. The only time I can think of when he's, like, more confident is when he's already Spider-Man.
Yeah.
My argument to that is, well, if you were Spider-Man, you'd be pretty fucking confident too.
Yeah. It's just a shame that they're not keeping him.
Yeah, he was great. All because he missed a meeting.
Yeah.
I was like, well, apparently he was like really annoyed with what. He's really annoyed with Sony, like, because Sony kept fucking with the movies.
Yeah.
Like they fucked with the production of Amazing Spider-Man 1, and that's why, that's why there was like deleted scenes and stuff.
Yeah.
And he really was like sort of resented them for that.
Hmm.
And then he did it again with the next Spider-Man 2. and he really hated them after that. So when he came time for the meeting, he was like, "No, fuck yous."
Because they're also really messing about with the production for Sinister Six.
Yeah.
And he was supposed to be in that as well, from what I heard at least.
Yeah. Well, now the Sinister Six is gone away now because that director's going to be doing the Spider-Man movie, and he's going to involve himself, and the Sinister Six are going to be the villains. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that. Because the guy that's also directing the Spider-Man movie, and who was going to be directing Sinister Six, is directing the Netflix Daredevil series.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Me too.
Anyway, back to Andrew Garfield. Yeah, he was just the. He's basically like the best. He's basically like the perfect Peter Parker / Spider-Man that we could have gotten.
Yeah.
I'll ask that one. So how many we've got left? We've got 4. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch it, tiger, find the top. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, Michael Caine.
What, in the swarm?
Yeah, the swarm. You can't note the fucking bees. What about the other bees? What about the Americanized bee?
For those who don't
What
know
happened to
for those who don't know what we're talking about, go onto YouTube and look up, what is it, the Swarm Melodramatics?
The swarm melodramatic scenes.
It's
We'll
9
link
minutes
it in the
long.
description.
Yeah, it's 9 minutes long, but it's
Diamonds of gold.
yeah.
Gold finger.
Ah,
Anyway, yeah. Okay. Michael Caine's Alfred.
I'm going to write to Shirley Bassey and tell her to sue you and never let you do that again.
So, you're just sour.
Why am I sour?
You're a lemon. You're if there were 6 of you in the same room, it'd be a lemon party.
Just do your bloody thing.
You shouldn't say that when I'm drinking Sprite. Hang on, I'm going to take a quick sip of the delicious, not lemon party Sprite. Saggy. Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
He was a really good Alfred.
He was.
He was so good.
Not as good as John Pertwee, though.
We'll get to him later. Stop jumping the gun.
So I think I can guess who your final 2 are.
I've got 3 left. After
Okay.
this. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But-
I know who 2 of them are.
Yeah. He can make you. Michael Caine's Alfred can make you laugh. He can make me cry. Much about you. He could
Express the size of tangerines.
He could tell like enigmatic stories about. I must find a ruby the size of my tangerine.
Size of a tangerine.
Some men don't want money or fame. They just want to wish you well burn.
They just want tangerines.
Tangerines. I found a bee the size of a tangerine. Son, there's no fucking bee. Yeah, he was just really good.
Yeah.
Oh, Dark Knight Rises. Every time I watch that film, it breaks my heart. Times that he cries.
Sake.
He's like, Master Bruce, you know what I did for those 7 years that were gone? Every year I'll go to a little tiny cafe. And I'd look over and imagine that you had a wife and a family. But you're Batman now, Bruce. Oh, I found you. And he runs away, first of all. Runs away in tears. At the end, when Batman dies, he goes to like Bruce Wayne's parents' graves. It's like, I promise you, I will not let him die. I failed you. And he just cried. I'm crying. I'm tearing up now. Okay, I let it just me hang on. Oh, fucking hell! It's so sad.
Well, what about the won't bury another member of the Wayne family?
He's like, I promise your parents I'm not burying another one. About the Wayne family. He runs away crying.
How did that make you feel?
Sad. This isn't a fucking Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. So, how did that make you feel? I wanted some gin.
To be honest, it's more of a Michael Caine Anonymous meeting.
Yeah. My name's Michael Caine. I poked you. No, yeah, it was really good.
I like tangerines.
Tangerines. Right, so that's Michael Caine gone.
Yep.
Oh.
I want to try and guess who the third person is.
And number 3. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a time, mind the iffy horns, let them go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We're on the Mystery Man.
Clue?
It's not Inspector Clouseau now. I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
Dun 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Another Superman?
Yeah.
Newest one.
Yep.
Henry Cavill.
Yep. Wrong. It's Dean Cain from the Adventures of Lois and Clark. The Superman Adventures. He's also going to be in the Supergirl TV series. Probably not a Superman, I'd say, but it's been 20 years.
Yeah.
And Supergirl, and the woman who played Supergirl in the '84 film Supergirl is going to be in it as well.
Yeah.
But anyway, back there, Henry Cavill. Da, 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 da. He's just a beefcake, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's huge.
He is massive.
He's just a big man of beef.
Not just in the underwear department.
I know. Like, if you watch the scene when he comes up the ocean and he's shirtless
Yeah.
on a 40-foot frozen screen, you're just going to feel it inadequate.
Yeah.
So I'll put it away. You're making all these girls moist.
Yeah. Maybe that's his one true superpower.
But looking really good.
Yeah.
Fuck, he was built in that movie.
He was.
And apparently he's even more built for the second one.
Yeah.
How's it even possible?
But it's like Ben Affleck, he's gone built for it as well, hasn't he?
Yeah.
The Batman.
Yeah.
Two massive guys
Two
fighting.
like massive mounds of muscle just punching each other in the face.
Okay, we need to stop.
Sounds really sexual now. Well, you did see Batman's dick in Golden Girl, so.
I swear it was just a glimpse.
You say glimpse, I say a nice big eyeful.
I say freeze frame.
It came to me in a flash. It's a double pun there.
Yeah.
So Henry Cavill was just sort of like that. I don't know, he was just really good. He got basically, I'll repeat my Ryan Ralph one. You got the Clark Kent right, you got the Superman right.
Yeah.
You got the sort of wholesome, optimistic person right. Like his was even better because he got a. Well, sort of people said the Superman Returns were quite cynical as well, but he stayed a sort of hopeful, optimistic character in a very dark, cynical film.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the film wasn't cynical; it was just dark because the film's message was like hope, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Jesus and shit in that film. Like he's in the church, and he's like a big picture of Jesus behind him, and Jesus has got a big red cape on. Anyway, Henry Cavill's really good and now that he's sort of been set up as Superman,
yeah,
I can't wait to see what he's going to like in that and be Superman.
Me neither. I just want to see those two fight.
Yeah, I wonder if we'll have the Forget Me Kiss power from the Donner films.
Is that what? Okay.
Anyway,
yeah,
that'd be quite good. So that's Henry Cavill, man. Let's just retread around and around. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, Alfred. Sean Pertwee. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a man. What a guy.
Oh my Lord.
What a guy that Sean Pertwee is.
Yeah.
He's like the best Alfred.
He's magnificent.
Nothing against Michael Gough or what's his face? Michael Caine.
Michael Goff.
Yeah, he played Alfred in the 90s movies.
Oh,
Yeah, much fucking. Oh, Sean Pertwee's so good. He's like,
he's incredible.
you can see like the trouble he had. Like he plays so well that the troubles of a guy who's just sort of by proxy become this like, young traumatized boy's parent,
Yeah.
like single parent Alfred.
I mean, if I was 20 or 30 years later and a woman,
If you were 20 or 30 years later, what?
older,
There we go.
don't mix my English.
You already mixed it yourself.
Shut up.
Anyway,
I love Alfred.
that's how gruff he is and gruff and cockney he is.
Yeah.
It's like when Jim first comes to the manor, the stately Wayne Manor, and and Bruce is on top of the fucking roof doing his fucking I'm getting like his fucking, or is it Titanic pose? Whatever.
Yeah.
I'm king of the world, that sort of thing.
It was up against the chimney, wasn't it?
I don't remember. It was so long ago. He's like, he's also, and Alfred's like, what's going on then? And Alfred in this has a better Batman voice than Batman.
Yeah.
And Alfred comes out and says, like, what's going on? And then he looks up at Bruce. He's like, "Oh, you get your ass down here!"
I just
like,
love his voice.
He's like, "Oh,
His voice warms my heart.
die, Master Bruce."
Which
He's fucking stabbed. Like, oh!
I know. That was the one thing I did nearly cry on.
When he gets stabbed, I'm like, no! As you're like, out loud, like, no!
But then it's like, I was still very upset about it, even though I realised,
But he'd be fine.
yeah, because he's there when Batman's older, unless he gets a second Alfred, which is
Unless he
blasphemy.
dies and Reggie becomes the new Alfred.
Bullock becomes the new Alfred.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes.
that's me. He's just so good.
Yeah.
Every time he's on screen, Bruce, I love it. I love every second.
Yeah. I could
Like
not
they
agree
watched
more.
they watched the sunrise. When
There was the whole stabbing bonding incident.
when he what's it called? He's like consoling Bruce after his parents die and stuff. And he's stabbed. That was great.
That kid that got beaten up.
Us. You'll know if you watch the last podcast what we're talking about. You can. But yes, he's really good.
Yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way.
You know.
He should be in the movies. He deserves it.
Yeah. He should be in my bed. No homo.
That's not cool because he won't be in mine. In 30 or 40 years' time when I'm a woman.
What? When you're a woman?
Yeah.
It's something you're not telling me.
Okay.
Anyway, I am what I am.
I'm going to get you sued so hard.
And now for the coup de grace,
Coup de grace.
the piece de resistance.
The most perfect thing in the universe.
Grant Gustin.
Yes.
Oh my god.
I know.
Oh, it's just so. Oh,
You're the one that got me on to Grant Gustin in the first place, so I can only thank you and bow before you.
he's so. Oh, I love him so much.
He's like a mixture of like the good looks of Grant Gustin.
And the wittiness of Grant Gustin. It's mental.
Yeah. I love him more than I do the new Alfred.
I want him to be my son and my father,
Yes, that would be my ideal life.
and my best mate, and my brother,
Yes,
and my mum.
yes. And the person who sells me stuff in every shop.
Yeah.
I want him to be
I
everyone.
want Grant Gustin to be my AI in my house in the future.
I want him to be everyone. I
And
want
no
him,
one.
I want him to be my personal assistant.
He's just so good as the Flash. He acts the hell out of those scenes.
Yeah.
Really just act the hell out. Like when he's with Joe, and Joe's like, "I need my Barry Allen." And they start crying, like, "Oh God!" Or when he's talking with his dad, he's like, "I found the man in yellow. I can't stop him. And it's not my fault because you're here and you're not out there." And he starts crying, and his dad's like, "It's not your fault, Barry." And he starts crying. Now I'm crying again.
He's just so perfect.
I just need to stop making a crying face. Because when I make a crying face, I cry.
He is
But
absolutely.
like not, well, like I don't make a good crying face. I make a Tobey Maguire crying face. Only that way I can make tears come out without being actually sad.
And again, to see what that's like.
And he can sing as well.
Yeah.
He's perfect.
I don't even need to be a woman for him.
Have you watched that scene, that clip I sent you of him and Glee?
No.
He's really quite a good singer.
I think whilst we were talking one time, you had it playing in the background,
Oh yeah,
but I haven't watched it.
it's just quite good.
Okay.
For those who don't know, I actually quite like Glee. Glee's like spicy food. Not everyone likes it, but only real men enjoy it.
Yeah.
Come at me, internet.
You're really trying to piss off the internet, aren't you?
How else are we going to get comments?
We aren't going to try and be good. We're just going to piss people off to make them talk to us.
Oh shit! I forgot. When we're doing our what we'd like to see happen in DCTV, this links back to it because Grant Gustin, as I was in Glee, he's a very good singer.
Yeah.
Everyone else, basically, loads of the other cast are actually from like a musical background.
Yeah.
Like Joe, the guy, J.C. Martin, the guy who plays Joe West, he was in a film version of Rent, and he sang in it.
Yes.
And he's written music, I think, as well.
Yes.
Cisco, he's a singer.
Yes.
Tom Cavanaugh, Harrison Wells, he was on Broadway for a little bit.
Yes.
Still doing that. Yep. Who else am I missing out? Caitlin. She was in the production of West Side Story. And I think maybe there's some other people that have sang on the show. They haven't sang on the show. They have
Basically,
sang
everyone
on the
in
show.
Flash had a musical background of some sort.
Pretty much most people. I don't think Candice Patton did, who plays Iris West.
Pretty much the main cast.
Yeah. And now Supergirl, she's from Glee. if they're in the crossover. Especially what I want out of Flash and with Grant Gustin. So I want Grant Gustin to be my mate. And I want Flash to have a musical episode. I want the Music Meister, played by Neil Patrick Harris,
Yes.
come out and hypnotize everyone into singing. It's a big musical thing. If you don't understand what I mean, watch. It's on US Netflix at least. Watch Batman: The Brave and the Bold episode called Mayhem with the Music Meister. I think it's in season 2.
Yeah.
Something like that. And it's my favorite episode of Batman: The Brave and the Bold. Music is so good. Singing's great. Neil Patrick Harris is just fucking bon appetit. But yeah, it's just such a great episode.
Yeah.
Really funny as well, actually. Be a Grant Gustin, and then and then he'd dance, and then everyone call him Grant Thrustin. It'd be great.
Yeah.
And my favorite scene, I think, in all the show is when he's talking to Henry. He's on to Sean Wesley ship.
Yeah.
And Henry Allen just basically just sort of tells Barry that he knows he's the Flash without actually saying it out loud.
Yeah.
It's like, and if you were my son, I'll know I was so proud. And oh God, it's this again. Why do I have so many feelings? The Flash show needs to stop punching me in my feelings.
Yeah.
Actually, no, don't, because it shows it's a good show. Yeah, he's just so good.
He's amazing.
I want a Grant Gustin in every shop.
Yes.
I want Grant Gustin in every bite of my Grant Gustin cereal.
Yes.
We should make I Heart Grant Gustin t-shirts.
Yes, we should. Why didn't we think of this before?
Doesn't matter. We thought of it now.
Yes.
So that's I also want Grant Gustin to be Spider-Man.
Yes.
He'd be a great Spider-Man. He'd be the best Spider-Man. Fuck off anyone who thinks otherwise.
You're the one who actually made me agree with you that he should be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You're,
Well, he wouldn't even take. He's already pretty much Spider-Man and Flash anyway. You just need to tell more Cisco jokes.
yeah. You made me open my eyes and see the light that is Grant Gustin.
I can show you the world.
Why isn't he my friend?
Why isn't he everybody's friend? Anyway. So that concludes the Grant Gustin hour.
Yep. That wasn't quite an hour.
It wasn't quite an hour. But, yeah.
That's all we have to talk about this time.
Yeah, so
Until next time, you have our blog.
next time with Stately Wayne Manor.
You will see our blog there.
I love saying that.
I know you do. You say it a lot.
So plugs, shameless plugs.
Yes.
Shameless hair plugs. You've got Blogger,
Yes. Blogger. That will be linked.
that Pork and Bean blog. You've got
Twitter.
YouTube, which you're watching this on probably.
Yes.
Unless you've, don't know, found it on an old vinyl from the 70s.
Unless I
that,
figured out.
that way we'll know that time travel's possible.
Unless I figured out iTunes by the time we release this.
Oh, yeah.
Then
So-
we'll be there at 2 if I have.
So anyway, yeah, Blogger, YouTube, iTunes if it's there. Probably not. We'll link it in the description if it is.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Twitter.
Email. Twitter
Yeah.
at Pork and Bean.
Yeah.
Was it it's at Pork and Bean blog, I think.
Something like that.
Something like that. We'll link it.
Yeah.
Email is porkandbeanblog at outlook.com.
If you want us to talk about something, let us
No,
know.
is it? It's porkandbeanblog at outlook.co.uk.
Yes.
You can find it on the About page on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So please ask us questions in the comments and stuff.
Yes.
Like, subscribe,
Yes.
and have a Grant Gustin filled day.
Those are the best kind of days.